Hello guys, what's up? How you guys like my new intro? um, so boy Eek coming at you. Today I wanted to do a chord stack from scratch, like those big melodic chord stacks that Virtual Riot does. I have like multiple layers of things, and people are like, "What's going on?" Well, it's just one guy. I was just really confused and didn't know exactly like how I was like as I was doing things, like what direction I was going, and like how I don't know how everything came together. And he just was like wondering how the process was to my core sex, and I will show you. Right, meow. And I don't know. I do Harmor, but just any sol, super sols, like piled together, we'll probably do it. But I'm just gonna do Harmor, and we will get started on this journey. So yeah, let me bring up the Harmor. It's already up. Good job. Here. Okay, cool. All right, so with any chord, it starts with notes. Good job, Steven. So this is loud. Every time I open up Harmor, it's so loud. So I guess we'll make something like pretty-ish, and then we'll just go from there. Always just leave it as sol waves for now, or at least I'll put on the unison for like just whatever setting like that, so I can just kind of mess with the notes. And these progressions are it's just whatever you're feeling. It's up to you. I'll probably start like A4. Sure, let's do this one. Let's go at 140 because we're pretending it's dubstep, melodic dubstep. And we're just in A minor key scaling because it's easiest for beginners and me. So we got this progression. This is like a common progression. Always reminds me of Numb by Linkin Park. I don't know why. I become so numb, I can't do it. Yeah, you'll hear it. Anyway, so I usually just like add the C and the E and just like have it go for like have it being played throughout the whole thing. And I'll move this up to G because that sounds nice. See, that sounds kind of like dumb. So I'll bring down this E because I know that the E is the one that sounds dumb. That always sounds nice. I think this is called a suspended chord when the third of the chord is a whole step away from the second note. Isn't that suspended? That's what the sus stands for in your chord creator thing. It's somewhere around here. I don't know. I think I know music theory a little bit. Anyway, so that kind of sounds boring right here. We might add another top part. It depends how much energy you want your chord stack to have. So let me just copy paste this down below. This is just doing it's like just the octave below. It's just the progression. Just to reinforce the good times. We won't do too much EQing yet, just because we gotta wait for all the things to come together. All the layerings. to do that sometimes. Go down to the B. You just gotta find notes that are like pretty and you always use, and just go from that, and then you can like mix it up a little bit and do stuff later. All right, so side A is on, and I'll turn on side B. But this is what I'll do. I'll clone this. It's doing the same thing. Copy, paste, doing the same thing, right? And I'll say this harmor is all about the saws being really pitchy, the pitch is up, and the phase is like all over the place. So when you go on full blur mode, I guess all the starting points of each voice is just whatever. I guess that's what it means. It's just wherever it wants to start. So that's what it's like, blurring. It's kind of like all over the place. And I'll do that with one harmor, side A and side B. So we got 18 voices of and sometimes I'll mess with the phase. I'll bring it back down if it sounds too weird. It's just whatever I feel like doing. So we got 18 voices here. That doesn't sound too bad. So I don't know, I didn't put on full blur mode. I listened to it, I brought it back down. I usually pan a lot with the really pitchy super saws. But it's fucking up to you, it doesn't matter, man. So I'll have that. And this second one is less voices and pitched more down, more sharply. So each voice isn't pitched far away. It's like they're closer together, so it sounds sharper. Or I might not even use unison. But it kind of sounds weird if like a lot of, if like an A's right here and an A's let me show you. Sounds like an organ. See, the C's right here. The C is like, once like the octaves line up or something like that, it sounds like an organ. It just doesn't sound fun to me. So yeah, unison helps with that. You can mess with the sharpness of that, and then I'll bring in the second or the first layer. It's just up to you. You can even add more voices. Sometimes this harmonizer brings out cool tones, and I'll right click it and just randomize it. I like that. All right. When in doubt, keep adding more layers, and also when in doubt, move things up an octave. But you gotta be careful how many notes you already have. You can move like a stack up an octave and see how it sounds. It's usually gonna be like more energy and more like kind of feel. But if it's like you already have a lot of notes going, just add another, just add the same thing above, like this top one right here. Just add another one. Oopsie poopsies. Oopsie poopsies. Copy paste. Bring it. Just add it back up like an octave, or just mess with more notes. The more notes, the more wall of noise and activity is happening, so you don't want to add too much. That sounds kind of cool. So next objective: how hype do you want the chord stacks to hit you? How hype do you want chord stacks to hit your? Oh god. I'm not restarting the video. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, compressing. So how intense do you want your chord stacks to be is the question. So I like my OTT. Actually said this guy, I was messaging him on Facebook, and he said OTT really like squishes everything nice together for your chord stacks. And I was like, cool. But I really shouldn't add a compression yet until I put the other layers in there, like the bass and the lead. But I don't know, we're just squishing the chords together for now anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we'll listen to it. I don't like doing it 100%. It's not bad. Kind of bring out some stuff, take away some stuff. It's usually just like it starts really high because you want all the noise. Kind of want that noisy hissiness, and this kind of just goes down like a little ramp. That's how I usually EQ it. But sometimes I'll bring out the mids like this. Okay, so we have that going. Let's go ahead and add. What do we want for it? It's just like, it's up to you. I know people are like confused when I say that it's up to you, but it's just gotta mess with shit, and you'll know, like, you'll have options. And when I say it's up to you, it's like, oh, I can do this, I can do this. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You just gotta practice. Gotta mess with shit and practice. So we have this. Let's name this chords. Name this bass. Sub. Oopsies. So kind of put it in from lowest frequencies to highest, and we'll figure it out. I probably should have did that in the beginning of the video. Whatever. Lead. Sometimes I'll add arpeggiating things. All right, we'll go from here, and this should be fun. We'll probably add some drums in there too. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I guess we should start with the bass. And the bass I chose was for citrus. Did we go into the bass? Okay, just double checking. always have a sine wave. And for this bass, I usually like doing like something that's kind of like moving English. It's kind of like just has movement, but it's also a little bit talky. So I'll start with a well, this will do. So I'll just take the progression that we have. I usually just put us all in one pattern, but I kind of want to show you guys, demonstrate you guys the layering aspect of it. So we got A2, I think. Oops. Wrong one. Do. Yeah, sorry. So I'll take this citrus. I'm like, okay, I want something that kind of moves a little bit. So I'll go into from operator 2 into 1. Something with like a harmonic-y point there, and then it'll make this little talking thing. You'll hear it in here in a second. Operator 1, modulator, modulate X with the stuff, and yeah, just bring it down. I'm the best teacher, I know. That's okay. Automate the X. Let's bring this down. I like to put my automation clips right underneath the things that they're automating. I might actually bring this down. And this, I might get rid of the sub because this is already pretty subby as it is. But if it's needs more sub reinforcement, then I'll just add a sine wave doing the same thing. This might be okay, I don't know. That sounds better. And I like to do this. I like to just mute the all the other sounds that are playing. Listen to it. It doesn't sound that great like on its own, but when you add everything, just listen to when it sounds like what it sounds like alone, obviously, and then when it sounds what it sounds like with everything together. This little clicky thing. I think it's because this volume on a thing, this volume envelope wasn't on. You can just see I'm just messing with sine waves on sine waves. Like I added this harmonic to give it that little valley characteristic. Let's try no unison. Yeah, that'll work for now, I guess. I don't know. So let's add some distortion to give it that crunch. That crunch that all the kids love. What? I didn't say that. Wave shaper. I just bring up that tension. EQ, I usually just EQ. EQ until it sounds okay. And what we forgot to do, in the chord stack, we have reverbs. That can be an option. And sometimes it gets too messy, so I take it out, but other times it works nicely. Just gives it more noise, more room, obviously. Sometimes I use a harmor for this, just like any bass, distorted bass will do, but I wanted movement with this, so that's fine. Alright, let's move on to the lead. Let's use a harmor for the lead. And it's just, once again, just whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. I don't know. Sure. More unison. Phaser. Compression. Distortion. Vibrato. Less vibrato. Take this pitch depth. Maybe move it out. I keep hearing this little thing. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. When your brain's giving you ideas, you can't ignore it. You gotta go with it. See, this might be awkward because it's not, these notes aren't hitting on the chord stack, so it might feel weird. Screw it. It sounds better. Alright, we got our thing. Sorry. Nah, no reverb, it's too intense. Alright, so we can do an ARP or something going fast. I guess Harmer, whatever. Probably a square, because squares have less stuff in them, and we have a lot of stuff going on. Less stuff, I mean less harmonics, and we have a lot of supersaws going on, so square will tend to fit better within saws. You dig? For this, I'd probably just do like a C, and I'm done. And I'm done. And I'm done. Probably go up. Maybe mix it up. Now with this, I like to keep it really low. It's just something moving in the background. It doesn't matter how good it sounds almost. It's just as long as it's like something moving in the background. Your brain can tell it's like something, but it doesn't have to be the most fanciest sound. I feel like that's too fast. Too fast. Let's go ahead and add that sub, see what happens. And it's just gonna be this, and it's just gonna be in here. Boop. Don't want to use that. So we're just reinforcing the awesomeness with a sine wave. And it's just doing the same progression. No. I thought this would be a shorter video. Sorry, it's taking so long. Make sure you take that off so it doesn't overlap. The reason I do this is because it has a clicking noise. You can kind of hear it. Oh, whoops, I'm in the wrong fucking tab. I turn this on so like it eases into the sine wave. The volume goes whoo, it gets a little louder, so it's not clicky. I don't know why it has to click in the first place. That's fine. You can even add like a couple of harmonics for good times. Always like to keep everything nice and EQ'd and tight. If I'm not using this frequency, I'll take it out. I'll EQ whatever this little information's there out, because it adds up in the end, especially when you're compressing everything. Let's do a little bit more creative things with the ARP. I don't want to do too much though, because it just has to be a little noise in the background. We'll compress it and we will make it a little bit tighter. So we'll turn the volume on, make it a little bit plucky. A little plucky. Maybe just the slightest reverb. Bring out the highs, and we can even try an octave up. See, it's all about just messing around. Or this could go higher. I think it'll sound a little bit more epic. Sounds fun. Mess with the harmonizer a little bit more on that ARP. ARP it up. ARP it up. Should be fine. Dun. Let's put a portamento on it, but it's longer. down the volume. It's like a little distracting with the delay. Can even layer this up. Alright, so now what I like to do is have everything I want to sidechain go into the sidechain. That's the chords, that's the bass, that's usually not the lead, usually the harp, and the sub. So the lead is just sticking out a little bit more. Sometimes I like to do this. Let's get a kick real quick. Kick real quick. Let's bring this over here. Sidechain only to this track. So this kick is just putting out a signal to the sidechain where we're ducking everything. Kick. And it's going to be this big movie, it's like an ocean wave flowing, and you'll see what I mean. So the kick, it has no volume, it's just putting out a signal to the sidechain, right? I always call it just a ghost kick, but I know it's probably not called that. I call it ghost because it doesn't make a noise. It's like it's not even, it's there, but it's not even there, bro. So it's not making a noise. Let's just do, let's just have it be slow and smooth, like me. What? Or I want the release time to be really long. Actually, that other side's a little annoying. All right. I just do whatever kick that I have lying around. It's usually the one I'm using for the song, but the shape of the kick can determine obviously how much it, or how it scoops it out, but just anything usually works for me. And messing with the threshold and the release time and the ratio can get you what you need. Probably put some reverb on this now. Why is it so annoying all of a sudden? I don't know, just mess with that kind of thing. What kind of lead you want. And that's kind of like my basic go-to stack thing. Um, you can add more, you can take out some stuff, replace it with different stuff. That's what it's all about. They're experimenting with what sometimes like a really like Reese bass is really cool, like two saw waves that are really pitched apart. I don't know if y'all know how to make Reese's. Hopefully, that's cool as a bass. Like different basing activities, and maybe more weird chords that are, I don't know, like you're doing some weird filtering or doing some weird effect on the chords, or like, I don't know, it's so many possibilities. So yeah, there's my chord stack from scratch tutorial. Hopefully you guys kind of got what I'm doing. If you have any questions, let me know. And I believe there's something else I want to say. I don't know, fuck it. If y'all have anything else to say, or if y'all have any questions, let me know, and I'll get back to you. Love you. Bye.